We're in. Here Now Livestream, number 27. We're back. Another week. Feeling grateful to be here now, overcoming self-sabotage, awakening to the courage to be disliked. Let's go. Here Now Livestream number 27. Grateful to be here now. Woo. So much I had to do before this. It's crazy. Christian Martinez. Hola. How are you? It's good to see you here in the chat. Paulo Ricardo. Hello. Good to see you here in the chat. The Jade Revolution. What is up? Much love. Jason216. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Here Now live streams. How is everyone feeling today? I've got a lot of stuff here. Put this book right here. We'll play a little tongue drum while we all settle in a bit. We settle into the space. Hello, kitty cat. Welcome to Here Now live streams. Thank you so much. I was trying to decide on the color of the background, but I think I like this one. There's two options. There was this one, and there was this one. It's not that much of a difference. This one. It's all good. Pretty much looks the same. Christian Martinez. I'm doing well. I've been doing more breath work this past week. Thanks for the encouragement. Love you. Much love. I'm so happy you've been doing breath work. It is life-changing, isn't it? It really helps with the nervous system. You definitely build a connection to your breath in times when you need it, in times when it's just there and you just need to come back to the present moment. It keeps you anchored in the present moment. So happy. You did some breath work this week. The Jade Revolution. Early in the afternoon was slow, but my energy then has steadily increased. Gotcha. So interesting how life flows. Sometimes the energy is a little quick. Sometimes it's slow. But you know what we do? We ride the wave. I've been thinking about what I was going to name this tongue drum. It's coming to me. As we vibe, everyone, it's good to hear that you're doing good. So happy to see you in the chat, coming onto this chat, seeing all the hellos. Much gratitude. It helps me know that the space has been transformative for many. It's been a catalyst for our evolution of our consciousness. Has helped us expand our present moment awareness. A reminder that life is now, man. Life is now. Life is not tomorrow. Life was not yesterday. Life is now. And did I say life is now? Yeah. And I'm feeling grateful for the topic that we're going to chat about today. I've had some revelations these past few days, and I feel grateful to be able to share this message with everyone. And I'm sure we all have a lot to chat about. So we're going to do it up. Paulo Ricardo. I'm feeling mentally relaxed, but my foot hurts because I hit it on the wall without wanting to. Ouch. Sending love to your foot, healing to your foot, Ricardo. I'm also glad you're feeling relaxed, chilling, vibing. Try putting it in rice. Rice solves the problem for everything, right? Just put our entire life in rice. Let's just do that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, right? Rice solves everything. Eddie, hello, Eddie. Great to be here in the Here Now Livestream space. Welcome back, Eddie. Great to see you in the chat. Great to see you in the chat. Grateful to be here. Grateful to play my tongue drum for you. A little opener, a little vibe opener. I've been practicing it. I'll bring it out again. Christian, anything to say in this moment from a place of inspiration? Say whatever is arising within you. I'm open to hearing anything. Thank you. Christian. Indeed, I do have a bit to share. I do have a bit to share. Thank you for opening the space for me. I wanted to do a little opener with the tongue drum. And alrighty. Got some notes here. Follow Ricardo. I like the theme of today's live. I already talked about my shyness. Yes. I was just saying in the beginning of this, I'm definitely looking forward to talking about this with everyone today. I know it's very well needed and necessary, and this message has been coming to me, And I find that throughout the accumulation of all of the lives, what's helping me with each live is putting more and more understanding. Each topic is tying more and more into the other. And I found a lot of new concepts and ideas and perspectives to share through this topic. And so before I get started, we're going to do a quick, what I would like to call quick moment of stillness and bringing our awareness to our heart center. Bringing your awareness to your heart center is a reminder to be compassionate, kind, loving toward yourself first and foremost, right? Today we're talking about overcoming self-sabotage. And a big aspect of overcoming self-sabotage is creating a habit of being compassionate towards yourself, loving towards yourself, caring and kind. When you could do that towards yourself, it's so much easier to do it towards others, right? It's one thing to be kind to others, but it's another to be kind to yourself. And when you prioritize that to yourself, it's so much easier to be kind to others, to hold space for others, to be patient for others, to empathize with others, to understand others, to not jump to conclusions. The thoughts that used to come up within our mind, whatever judgments it might be, they're just thoughts. They don't even matter. They're insignificant. There's no pull to them. The energetic pull those thoughts once had, they're not there. All because of compassion. All because of prioritizing your heart center. Heart-centeredness is the realest, I would say. It's the focus that I have given for myself within these past months has been transcendent. Things that used to bother me, people that used to bother me, words that used to bother me, they transmute in my energy field. I was able to experience firsthand, just how powerful love is. It's insane. It's insanity. Fear, anything that belongs under the umbrella of fear, dissolves in the face of love. Love to me is awareness. Love is compassion. Pure consciousness. Recognition of your inner essence. Recognition that we're all here on this planet. We're all playing here in the world of form. We're all healing from a little something. We're all dealing with some aspect of the ego. So I'm going to be compassionate towards myself. Let go. Let go of detachment. Recognize any desires, any yearnings that are causing that suffering, right? And allow myself to be in the here and now, because life is now. The reward is in the now. The reward is here now, being here now live streams. It's a space where we expand our present moment awareness. It's a space where we dive deeper into ourselves. Knowing that we can overcome anything. We were made for the life that we're living. So let's take this moment to take a conscious breath in and out. Bring our awareness towards our heart center and be still. That's it. We have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, no expectations, but here now. Take a little sip of my matcha tea before. Take one conscious breath in. One conscious breath out. Bring your awareness to your heart center and be there. Thank you all for joining me in that meditation sesh. Scotty, what's up? What's up, Scotty? Magero fam. Maya taking deep breaths. That's right, Maya. That's right, Maya. Take deep breaths. Zen, zen, zen. Trenzetta, it's been a minute. Happy to be back. Thanks, Morcie. Trenzetta, so good to see you in the chat. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here Now Livestream number 27. Number 27. We're talking about overcoming self-sabotage. Overcoming self-sabotage. Awakening your courage to be disliked. The courage to be disliked. Alex! What's up, Alex? Friday night crew in the house. That's love, baby. That's love. Alrighty. Here Now Live community. This book right here, I don't know if anyone's read it. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. The Japanese phenomenon that shows you how to change your life and achieve real happiness. I have been reading this book like crazy. I just started like 3 days ago. And it's inspired today's topic. And if you're interested also in this book, it's in my Amazon book list. Check the link in the description. I have a book there of all of the books that I have read throughout my spiritual awakening process that have inspired me and continue to inspire me to this day. What I love about this book is the entire book is a dialogue between a philosopher and a young person. And the philosopher says that anyone can be happy. And the young person has gone through so much in life. This young person does not like himself. He does not believe that anyone can be happy. He doesn't see it. And so he hears there's a philosopher in town that has helped so many people. And he's gone to this philosopher to challenge the philosopher's viewpoints. And it's taken over a course of 5 days. And the philosopher does a lot. The philosopher's points are based on Adlerian psychology. All right, it's by his full name. He's an Austrian psychologist. His name is Alfred Adler, an Austrian psychiatrist and the founder of individual psychology. I've been doing a little research on that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But he uses that, and it is so wonderful because it aligns with so much of what I share on this channel. And I found that there are quite a bit of similarities between present moment awareness and I would say, this perspective of Adlerian psychology. If any of you are familiar with psychology, within the book, it talks about Freudian psychology and Adlerian psychology, and it makes a lot of differences there. Whereas, so basically in Adlerian psychology, it's saying that what we do in the present, it has to more to do with the future. We'll get into that. Let's start off with this, all right? I got a lot of ideas in my mind. So I'm like, where do I start? Where do I go? I just wanted to give you all a synopsis on that. Make sure you check out the book list and the link in the description. When you do, use the link to that. You're helping out me. You're helping out this channel. I do receive a small commission from any book you get on there. So be sure to check it out. There's a lot of awesome books on that list. Hello from Mexico. What? Much love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mons Romero, welcome to Here Now Livestream. So good to see you here. Alex, definitely add it to your list. Yo, check out the link. Check out the link in the description. All right. So tell me in the chat, when you hear the phrase the courage to be disliked, what thoughts come to mind? What are you thinking? And also, how does it make you feel? However you want to answer. What thoughts come to mind? How does it make you feel? Let me know. Let me know while I sip on this tea. Ronan, what is up? Welcome to Here Now Livestream. It's good to see you in the chat. Trendzetta, be true and unapologetic. Okay. Eddie, yeah, have courage in whatever you choose to do. Whoever dislikes or likes it, who cares? There we go. Jason 216, to me it means being at peace with the fact that not everyone will like you. Yes. You know, there's an aspect of the human mind that wants to be liked by everyone, right? We want to be liked by everyone because we don't want to be in a space where someone doesn't like us and we don't feel comfortable. Then we question ourselves. We're not as confident. We start to feel insecure. And Adlerian psychology, as I'm reading this book, The Fear of Being the Courage to Be Disliked, it shed a powerful point upon that. It was saying that we can live in this world without the need for acceptance from others, right? Many of us, we know that, right? We know that, but sometimes we don't feel that, right? Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage happens when we procrastinate, when we become self-defeating, when we have goals that we would like to reach and achieve and we don't do it, in a fear of failure, of a fear of it not coming out the way we had expected it to, a fear of criticism. So we end up self-sabotaging ourselves. How many here in this chat have experienced self-sabotage? I'm not even gonna lie. Let me know. How many in this chat have experienced self-sabotage? And you know what? I will give you that definition. I like definitions, y'all. Definitions clarify things because the first step is awareness. All right. So once you're aware that self-sabotage is going on, you know where to stop it. You're like, oh, look at me self-sabotaging myself. Look at me stopping myself from being the greatest version. Look at me stopping myself from achieving the greatest feats. Because if you can envision it, you can materialize it. If you can envision it, you can be it. If you can feel it in your mind, you can be it right now, right? So this is this one here. This let's just say in this live stream that we're going to take most of this from Adlerian psychology, okay? I really like it, so we'll see. Well, we're gonna step into both, all right? Adlerian psychology views self-sabotage as a form of self-defeating behavior that can impede an individual's ability to achieve their goals and fulfill their potential. Self-sabotage can take many forms, including procrastination, self-doubt, self-criticism, and other behaviors that undermine an individual's effort to succeed. Self-sabotage was a huge aspect of my creative journey. Huge. It was the reason why I had difficulty getting into a momentum. Because every time I would create something, I'd overthink it. I'd doubt myself. I'd say, oh no, this isn't good. Oh no, someone's going to comment and they're going to criticize me. Oh no, the world's going to end. I'm not going to be accepted. Oh no. And then I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't post anything. I wouldn't create anything. I'd just be sad. I wouldn't try. And that pulled me into the abyss. That pulled me into a pretty dark abyss, right? When you find yourself in this need to create, this need to have this outlet for creation. It all starts with being aware of this. And all of this stems, self-sabotage, it stems from this fear of being disliked. It stems from this idea that if we are disliked, some way, somehow, we'll be isolated. We'll never find people who like us. And also too, it's not wanting to confront our own feelings within ourselves, our own feelings of insecurity about ourselves, right? Jason says, yep. Yolanda's raising. All right, there we go. I am Shivi. Welcome back to the chat. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the chat. So I'd like to ask everyone here too, all right? When you notice that you're getting in a space of self-sabotage, what do you do, right? What do you do? What comes to mind when you become aware of that? What exactly is your procedure or what ritual do you do? Or something like that. Let me know. I'll tell you this for myself. I mentioned it before, but when we step into a space of knowing wholly and fully that we are not for everyone, you could say, I'm not for everyone. I'm just not. You're never going to satisfy everyone. When you step into that place, that is freedom. That is freedom, right? I realize that a big aspect of freedom is the courage to be disliked. Think about that. Think about that for a moment. When you think about yourself being free, fully authentic, right? Transetta, when I asked about what do you think, what do you feel about the courage to be disliked, Transetta said, be true and unapologetic, right? Eddie, you have courage in whatever you choose to do, right? Being at peace with the fact that not everyone will like you. Jason, that's freedom. You step out into the world, it doesn't matter. You don't need someone else's approval. You don't need your parents' approval, your friends' approval. The only approval you'll need is yourself, right? The only approval you'll need is yourself. But sometimes we don't recognize that because there's aspects of us that want to make others happy, right? Maybe it's our parents. Maybe we're growing up and we just want to make our parents happy. We want to make sure, this is common. This is very common. We grow up and, you have parents who want to see you do something a certain way, live a certain way, have a certain job, marry a certain way, and you feel this sense of pressure, taking on that responsibility of satisfying someone else's needs. That was an example that came up in this book, right? That's a common example, right? Maybe you like something, you're into something, but your friends will, you think your friends would make fun of you, or you think the people around you would look at you weird, right? Sometimes I'll think about that when I'm hugging trees. The idea will come across me and then I'm like, oh, I don't care. Yeah, you're going to see me hug this tree and I love this tree, right? It happens. It happens. And it's not a need to be shamed, to shame yourself, but it's just a recognition that happens, right? Freedom. Freedom is the courage to be disliked. Freedom is the courage to know that everyone's going to have a judgment, but you are ultimately living your entire life. From the day you're born until the day you leave this planet, this physical realm, it is you. It is you who lives this life. And when you can release this need, little by little, or you could just leave it all together, whatever's a part of your journey, you will find freedom, you will find peace, sovereignty, individuality, compassion, kindness, all because you chose you. I know those who are artists out there, and I mean maybe painters, I hear a lot about that journey of having a painting and a fear of maybe of selling it or showing it. Maybe you're a musician and you write music. Maybe you just made a funny video. You think it's so funny, you're nervous to put it out because you think someone might make fun of it. That definitely happened to me. This whole entire process of being online was me stepping out into the courage to be disliked. And it's freeing. It's freeing because there's an embrace. You feel your own energy. You begin to emanate you at your core, your individuality, right? Jason, I've recently got into the habit of reminding myself that I am not my thoughts. Those thoughts that arise, they are not your own. They are not your own. Often those thoughts of self-sabotage, they came from something you heard from someone else. Something you picked up on, you adopted and you accepted and you validated. And then it became a part of your identity. And it takes that moment of space, that moment of stillness to say, these thoughts are not my own. I have the courage to be disliked. It doesn't matter. I have the courage to step out and be myself unapologetically, my authentic self. And if I don't know what that is right now, just by putting one foot in front of the other, I could find out. It'll expand. It'll shift. It'll change. And I'll find myself in a place of peace and fulfillment. I am not my thoughts. We use thought. We don't let thought use us. Thought is a tool. Thought is a tool. We are beyond thought. And the more you do that, the more you'll recognize that you don't need to be pushed and pulled by certain thoughts. Doesn't matter. It could be positive or negative. We're beyond both. It doesn't matter on the spectrum. We're beyond both. What matters is your relationship with the two, right? What matters is your attachment to those thoughts. And you begin to see a shift when you recognize you're beyond it. I am Shibi. I'm definitely not for everyone. I don't care. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Eddie, go within myself to calm down because sometimes you aren't aware of the things you harvested blooming before your eyes. Yes, go within. Right there. Sometimes you're not aware. Sometimes you're not aware. right? This is why we have a practice of each and every day. We invite in space. We invite in presence. Here now live streams. We choose to be here now because when we choose to be here now, we can recognize that our thoughts are not our own. We can recognize that we have been harvesting narratives, harvesting stories of who we are. That is not who we are. And that is causing self-sabotage. That's causing us to feel low about ourselves. But here's the thing. We can shift that in any moment. In any moment, we can shift that. In this moment, you can choose to say, I want to be happy. I would like to create. Whatever it takes to do that, I will do that, right? And a big aspect of that is becoming aware of those conditioned patterns, becoming aware of those narratives you've harvested. And even recognizing that it's a narrative you've harvested, right? Much love and much gratitude that those in this chat are a recognition of that we harvest this. But often there was a point in our lives when we didn't know that. We were living reactively. There wasn't a relationship with our thoughts. There wasn't a relationship. Well, there was, but there wasn't I would say an expanded relationship with our thoughts, right? It was all reactivity. When you recognize you are living off of an old story, you can create a new story right now. And you can shift into that new story right now. We're living in an ever-changing reality. Life is always changing. You are always changing, right? One thing that stays the same, though, is your being. Coming back to being. This is when I say coming to a place you call home, your inner essence. No matter what is happening around you, you return to that, right? Know yourself as the ocean so you can play as the wave in peace. Know yourself as the ocean so you can play as the wave in peace. Having the courage to be disliked is playing as a wave in peace, baby. In peace. You're being you. I'm a wave, you're a wave, we're all waves here. And simultaneously, we are the ocean. Yeah, some waves have different perspectives, but that never hurt anybody. It doesn't have to hurt you. Open up your throat chakra. Speak your truth, your authenticity. I am Shibi. I'm alone a lot and I love it. Silence is so golden. Awareness is real. Yes. Developing that relationship with yourself. I find myself currently, I'm definitely in a bit more of a introspective hermit mode than usual, right? We go through waves in our lives. Some moments we're a little bit, social, and then other moments we're a little bit more, to ourselves. It's a day-to-day thing, a month-to-month, a year-to-year, whatever is your life, the curriculum of the school of life for you. And when we allow ourselves to be in that state, right, of not a state, but just being alone, I would say a state of solitude, because solitude is a state. You can be alone, but it may not be solitude. You may be lonely. Lonely is a craving, a need to be around others. That's just because you're alone, it doesn't mean you're lonely. Lonely is a state of being, but you could be in a state of solitude where you're there and you're like, I like myself. It's nice here. And if I'm going to invite anyone in this space right now, it better be equal or better than how I'm feeling right now. Otherwise, I'm going to chill by myself because it's nice here. And when you're in that space, that is the best space for you to be still, for you to dive in and become aware of your inner essence. for you to create a relationship with silence, right? We talk about silence often. Silence is the sound or the non-sound associated with the crown chakra, right here, our energy center, right here. The energy center associated with connection with divine source, silence. We must develop a relationship with silence. Otherwise, we will constantly be craving stimulation, constantly be craving distractions. We may not recognize it when we don't like being alone. We may not recognize that it's actually a distraction away from diving deep, a distraction away from confronting what needs to be seen and heard, nurtured. It's the perfect place. It's the perfect place. The courage to be disliked. Share with me. I shared my example in my life of stepping out of that courage to be disliked and continuing to do so the best I can each and every day. But share with me, are there any specific examples for those here in the chat, Here Now Livestream? Are there any specific examples in your life where you remember where you had to step outside the bounds and the limits of conditioned thinking to express yourself authentically? Tell me about a time where you stepped into that space of having the courage to be disliked. And I'd like to share too that the courage to be disliked, it doesn't mean that you want to be disliked, right? It doesn't mean that being disliked doesn't hurt you, right? It just means you have the courage to do so. That's what it means. We're going to feel things. It just means you have the courage to do so, right? There is no courage without vulnerability. There is no courage without vulnerability. When you step into a space of courage, it doesn't mean that there is no fear. It doesn't mean you may not necessarily be fearless in that moment. Fear might be in the back seat of the car with you, but you still have chosen to pedal to the metal and head on Route 66 anyway. Is there a time in your life when you can reflect on a moment where you chose to say, it doesn't matter. This bothered me once, but I can't take it anymore. I have to be me. So I will be. Let me know. There's something too here that I have in my notes that I think is very powerful when it comes to the courage to be disliked, right? For me, this is actually, this is freedom, man. If each and every day you can expand on what it looks like for you to do so, you'll find yourself truly stepping into that feeling of inner peace, opening up. There is no fear, right? I wouldn't say there is no fear, but you begin to release certain fears. A big aspect of the courage to be disliked is opening up and finding your community, the community of people who relate to you, the community of people who understand you. sometimes in this moment when we're awakening, we begin to shift and move. We begin to grow out of those who are around us. And it makes us feel like we're alone. It makes us feel like we want to be in hermit phase. And then hermit phase isn't, there's nothing wrong with it, but like stay there. And we begin to fear. We begin to say, I don't like anyone. That's not necessarily, I would say, the courage to be disliked, right? Because right then and there, that's covering up something, right? Individuals who engage in self-sabotage often do so as a way of protecting themselves from the possibility of failure or rejection. They may unconsciously believe that it is better to fail on their own terms than to risk the pain of rejection or disapproval from others. In this way, self-sabotage can be seen as a defense mechanism that helps individuals to avoid the perceived threat of rejection or disapproval, right? Sometimes we choose to behave in certain ways and we make certain choices in order to cover up our fear of rejection, our fear of disapproval. And we might put it under the name of something else. We might say, we might say, hey, I just like being alone. Hey, you can. But it's a question to ask yourself, is this moment of being alone as a form of staying away from society? Staying away from others? Right? One aspect of this book right here, it says, all problems are interpersonal relationship problems. All problems are interpersonal relationship problems. All problems have to do and stem from the relationships around us. They influence the way we behave and the way we act. I'll give you an example here. Right? The youth, he talked about a friend who chose to stay in his home and never leave, right? Because his parents didn't accept him, and it's really sad. Just in a nutshell, very sad. There's a name for this. I've done some research. There's a name for this in Japan, where people do choose to ultimately stay in their home and not be a part of society. So the youth, he brought up an example of that. Isolate themselves from society. And the youth says that it's because his parents his parents didn't love him, that he chose to be that way, and that he can't change. And so the philosopher then said that the youth has chosen to do that as a form of an attempt to get the parents' attention, right? If you were looking for attention, if you truly wanted and needed love, and you were a parent and you noticed that your child was staying inside their home and never leaving, one might say, hey, the parent would want to reach out. The parent would say, give some form of care, some form of tenderness, some form of nurturing. And so this goes based on the Adlerian psychology, where it says, an individual's personality is shaped by their experiences, relationships, and interactions with the world around them. Adler believed that each person has a unique view of the world, and his view is influenced by their subjective experience. It's based on the idea that people are motivated by the desire to belong and feel significant, and that behavior, it's not here. All right, I'm just going to do a synopsis. I was just trying to, I just started coming into contact with this. I really liked it. I wanted to read it, but you know what? I'm just going to go from my head. But it's basically saying that instead of seeing it as the reason why this individual is acting in this way is because of the past, Adlerian psychology and this philosopher would actually argue and say this person is choosing to act this way in order to gain something in the future, right? Two different forms, two different things. And it's showing that basically you are not controlled by your past. You can, in fact, in this moment, make a choice in order to change your future. What happens in your past, it's all based on the meaning you give to it. You can have 10 different people in a room. They all went through something similar. I would say in overall, maybe some form of experience in their home that aligned some way, right? So I would say they went through the same experience, but each and every one of them will give a different meaning to each of those experiences. All 10 of them won't necessarily come out the same. One may choose to stay shut in their house. Another may choose to say, hey, this may have been something I experienced, but this is not me, and go on to be creative and live in a state of peace and fulfillment in life. It all depends on the meaning you give to each moment. We talk about the present moment. The present moment is everything that's happening minus your thoughts about it. The present moment is everything that's happening minus your thoughts about it. When you invite that more into your life, you stepped into a place that it's not subjective. In the present moment, there's no meaning to what you give to what's around you. In the present moment, things are as they are. And for a moment, however long you're there or whatever it might be, you have released attachment. You have released meaning. So you are not being controlled by the past, right? Healing is letting go of the past. Healing is letting go of the past. And this is what I appreciate learning about this aspect of psychology and aspect of the mind, and how it does tie into how we know how we can go beyond our life experiences. There was a chat where we spoke about childhood trauma, right? It was the one about inner child, embracing and nurturing our inner child. We've had experiences where there's aspects of us where we feel affected by aspects of our childhood. But that does not mean that what happens in the past is a part of our identity. It's all a choice. It's what you choose. So going back to that example of the youth and his friend, ultimately, right, the philosopher said that the youth chose to do that as a form of getting attention from his parents. Yes, it might be true that his parents did not appreciate him in the way that he liked to or wanted to, and he chose to engage and behave in that way. But at some point, we must also be aware of our choices and what is in our control and what is our goal, what is our ultimate goal. Ultimately, you might say, that person did that because he's sad and he's scared and he doesn't feel love, so that's why he's doing that. Or one might say this person is doing that to gain attention from his parents so that he can find a form of love in the future, right? Just a little synopsis. You'll understand and learn more of that once you get this book. If you have questions, let me know. Eddie, courage to believe in myself no matter what. Outer circumstances may suggest it's about having a vision. Courage to believe in myself no matter what. Yes. That's a matter of compassion, of recognizing that you are beyond your life situation. You may have experienced something in your past, but you are not tied to your past. Your past is not you. The past is not you. How freeing is that? The only time it wouldn't feel that way is if the egoic aspect of the mind, right? The aspect of the mind that feels it is separate from the universe, aspect of separation that only sees yourself as an individual, right? That aspect of the mind. It might, by listening and hearing certain aspects of this, maybe the psychology, maybe even present moment awareness, right? There could be an aspect of the ego that wants to hold and tug on to that identity of the past. Something might get taken personally. That's when one feels offended. But that is not the true you. That's the ego dissolving. That's the ego having to face an aspect that once strengthened its sense of self. Because often our experiences of the past, our traumas, that becomes a personality trait if you're not aware enough. And if one were to say that you are not your past and you are not that personality trait, the ego is going to feel threatened and the ego may react. But I'll tell you this, when the ego weeps for what it has lost, spirit rejoices for what it has found. When the ego weeps for what it has lost, spirit rejoices for what it has found. I am Shibi. My family does not understand me at all. They think I'm cray-cray. I'm just truthful and real. I don't participate in things that do nothing for me. Our family, man. Our family. Our greatest challenges. Our greatest challenges. Sometimes for me, I think about my own life. We can't help but laugh, you know? I mean, at least for me. I say, you know, laughter breaks through the ego. We learn to not take things so seriously. We begin to allow others to be as they are. Allow them to be who they are. One aspect of what I really appreciated, once again from this book, is, how did they put it? It had to do with task. Basically, everyone has their own task, aka their responsibility. So I'll say this, I'll give you all an example, right? Let's give an example. All right, here's an example from the book, okay? A parent has a child who is having difficulty in school, not doing well in math class. So the parent urges the child to study. The parent makes the child study. Ultimately, it ends up causing a bit of, I would say, overwhelm on the child, so that the child can pass the grade and whatnot. Ultimately, the parent has taken on the task of the child. Who is it that needs to study? Who is it that will experience the consequence at the end of the day for not studying? The parent or the child? The child. Yet the parent takes on the task. It's not the parent's task, it's the child's. And often, right, based on Adlerian psychology, all problems are interpersonal relationship problems. And every problem, most problems, within interpersonal relationships is an individual attempting to take on the task that belongs to another person. So ideally in this situation, instead of the parent trying to push and prod their child to study, the parent may say, study when you need, and I'm here when you need help. Right? Some may say, hey, but the parent's being a good parent. The parent is ensuring that the child is staying on track, that the child is not distracted. That's what parents are for, right? Indeed, that's what parents are for, but there's two different ways. Because often children rebel when they notice that their parents' actions aren't fully based on them in mind, when the parents really have their own selves in mind, right? Often, you know, the studying can be study, so you don't make me look bad in some form or fashion. You don't make me look like a bad parent. Oh, I have a child who gets F's and D's. Oh no, I'm going to look like a bad parent. Make sure you study. And often children can intuitively sense that. that the action in the request is not based on what the child needs, it's based on what the parent needs. A parent who, and this is an example from the book, right? A parent who's not so attached to that would say, hey, I'm here when you need me. So allowing that individual to reach out when they need help, right? It's a task, recognizing when some may say that's not my problem, right? But I like the word task. I like the word task better because we each have a task. And when we understand what is our task, what is our responsibility, and we don't step over someone else's, and we can recognize when someone else might be stepping over us, we know when to speak up. And we know when to step outside of someone else's tasks, right? So for example, one that might be more relatable for us, right? So as we're awakening, we're surrounded by others and we want them to know the beauty of our experience. Guys, I'm awakening. I want you to experience what I'm experiencing. Meditate. You should definitely meditate. Do breath work. Oh my gosh, practice gratitude. You should so do it. It's going to make your life so much better. And then there might be a point where you try to shift and change the behaviors of those around you so they can experience what you're experiencing. You might ultimately take on the task that is actually for them, causing a sense of imbalance within that relationship. We've all experienced, I wouldn't say we all, but I know, we've experienced that some way, somehow. But when we are allowing others to be themselves wholly and fully, accepting their journey, accepting that they need to take on the task themselves, it gives them a sense of freedom. A sense of understanding and openness within that relationship to be yourself wholly. You're encouraging someone, hey, be yourself. Have the courage to be disliked, right? That's just an example. I'm going to go broad, open and more on that, but I really appreciate those aspects of understanding what is our person, what is our responsibility and what's not. And truthfully, it allows us to dive in and narrow in on where our focus should be. I spoke about the importance of how powerful our awareness is and how our energy is. And the more we recognize that, the more we value ourselves, the more we treat ourselves with compassion, with love, respect, with kindness, because we know our awareness is powerful, right? Awareness is love. Whatever you give awareness to, you give love to. Awareness is life. Whatever you give awareness to, you give life to. Awareness is powerful. Ronan, having to censor my expression of whatever it is I'm saying just feels so fake, so I speak my truth, even if some people don't want to hear it. Yes, cheers to that. Speak your truth. Speak how you feel. Cecilia Kakilia, welcome to the chat. Welcome to Here Now Livestreams. I am Shibi. I'm at the point where I don't judge anyone or anything anymore. I do have empathy, compassion. We all have our own personal journey. We're on the same, and we don't all arrive at the same time. Indeed. We're not meant to. We're here in this world, arriving at different times, different places, but that's perfect. Each of us are really giving examples of, I would say inspiring each other. We're not arriving at what fun would it be if we're all arriving at the same place at the same time, right? I think that beautiful aspect of us being so on all our different journeys, it opens up space for us to expand our awareness, right? The universe is living through each and every one of us, experiencing life through each and every one of us. Each of us, we have our own personalities. We have our own perspectives on how we see the world. We talked about astrology in another live stream. So our minds, This mind, the individual mind, it has different tendencies. We like different things. We just see the world in different ways. And it doesn't mean that we don't have similarities. It just means that no one in this world will ever have your unique perspective. No one. Even if you share it, they'll never have your unique perspective. The universe living life through each and every one of us. The universe living life through grass, through a tree, through a squirrel, through this cup, through this mic, through your phone, your laptop. The universe is living life through everything, experiencing life through everything. Indeed. Pose a question. I'm going to continue on with this, but I want to leave with one more. I really like this quote right here. I think we'll all appreciate it, right? Freedom is not being free from something, but being free to, is that it? Nah, but being free to choose something. That's not it. Never mind. Freedom is not being free from something, but being free to choose something. Okay, you know what? Actually, I like that. Freedom. Freedom is not being free from something, but being free to choose something. Yeah, all right. Let me tell y'all something. Tell you something powerful. Powerful. When we talk about observing thought and observing the mind, and we're in the moment where our mind is so overwhelmed, emotions, so overwhelmed. And the first thought that comes to mind is, I want to free myself from these thoughts. Get them out of here. I need to free myself. Freedom is not necessarily being free from something, but being free to choose something. When we're aware enough, when we invite in enough space, we can recognize that we can choose another perspective. We can choose to be still and recognize we're beyond it. We can choose to bring our awareness out of the mind and into the body. Body scan. We can choose to be here now. Let me say that. Freedom is not being free from something, but being free to choose something. Sometimes within our lives, we're in a space where we're like, oh, I need to get out of here. I gotta go. I don't like it here. I don't like it here. I gotta go. Could be a mental thing. I need to free myself from that. I need to free myself from it. Do you know how you get to a point where you know you're free to choose something? By recognizing that in this very moment, there's purpose and there's value. In this very moment, wherever you are, however you're feeling, there's purpose and there's value. When you're ever in a space where you don't feel purpose or value, you're just going to want to free yourself from it. Because unconsciously, you've locked yourself in there. I gotta be free. But we have the freedom to choose a new perspective, a new state of being. We always have the option to be in a new state of being, yo. Today, before this live stream, there was so much I had to do. I was cooking. I had an amazing meal today. And I had to clean up. Then I wanted to go outside by the tree and meditate for a little bit before the live stream. I had so much to do. But I told myself, I got a lot to do. If I'm just a little bit late, it's okay. And I chose in that moment to be calm. I felt the overwhelm in me. I felt the rushing and the urgency, but I was like, you know what? I don't need to necessarily free myself from this. It's just a conditioned pattern. It's just an emotion that arises in moments where I feel I need to rush. I don't necessarily need to free myself. I'm just gonna know that I have the freedom to choose. Choose another response. Choose to see the moment differently. Choose to see the moment as an opportunity for the evolution of my consciousness. And I did so. Now I'm here, sharing this. Feels good. Do you ever have those moments where you're like, wow, I used to respond one way, but I broke free of that. Now I respond this way and it's so much better here. I like it here. It's calm here. There's no urgency here. There's a lot of emotional stability here. I like it here. I like it here. It's great to notice that within yourself. And when you notice it, you better celebrate it. You better recognize that in yourself. Give it love, give it attention, awareness. What you give your awareness to, you give life to. When you see yourself transforming before your very eyes, notice it fully, acknowledge it fully, give it life, and that expands. And that becomes your habit. It becomes your habit. Becomes a lifestyle, right? Everything I share on this channel, in this live stream, is a lifestyle change. It's a lifestyle change that we don't see often. That's why we have a lot of this friction with our families. Because our families are living in a different way. They see the world differently than we do. And so we shift our lifestyle and they're like, oh, you think I'm crazy? Are you sure you're not crazy? This is a lifestyle change. So the more you're inviting this into your life, you will see that not a lot of people are going to invite this into their lives. That, hey, you may be the minority. But let me tell you, that's what we came here for. We came here for that. That's what I like to remind myself. Okay? Came here for a reason. We see something that's happening worldwide and it hurts us. We feel hurt. Something in another country, something in this country maybe something in your own state, maybe a city a couple ways over, maybe something a block over, and you just feel like, I feel helpless. What can I do? Blah, 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 things like that, right? We came here for a reason. We came here during this time for a reason. I like to share this, that we're a part of the new earth here. We're a part of the new earth. The new earth is not a physical place. It's a state of being. It's a state of being where we prioritize our peace, our joy, and interconnectedness with all things. It's a state of being where we transcend the negative thoughts and behaviors that have dominated society for so long. The new earth is here. It's just expanding, and we're here. We're a part of this new earth. A recognition that, yes, anyone can be happy. Anyone can be at peace so long as they choose to do so. Sometimes, maybe you don't notice that your goal isn't actually inner peace. Because if your goal is inner peace, be at peace right now. If it's not, there's no need to shame yourself. It's just a recognition of, my goal wasn't inner peace. Even though I said inner peace was what I wanted, that wasn't my goal. Because if inner peace is what you wanted, you just choose it now. Right? Life is simple when we let it. It's true. It's true. It's true. Even when the mind overcomplicates it. I noticed that with my own mind. Right? Life is simple. And I like to remind myself of that often. So I don't get stuck in this incessant thinking. I learned to improve my relationship with that, right? Life is simple when we let it. It's simple when we let it. What is it that you want? And choose it. Be it. In this moment. Here Now Livestreams. Here now. Part of a new earth, baby. A new earth, baby. How do I feel about stickers? I like stickers. I put them inside of my my planner. They're cool, Yolanda. I love this quote. There is no power out there, not in anyone or in anything. You give it power. Ooh. I like that, I am Shibi. What I felt, what I got from that is the meaning we place on things, right? There is no power out there, not in anyone or anything. You give it power. It's the meaning we place on everything around us. We place meaning. We place meaning on experiences. We place meaning on past moments. The moment we change that meaning and shift that meaning to a meaning that allows us to feel empowered, we no longer allow ourselves to be dependent upon, external world, or the past, or I would say controlled by the past, the meaning that we give. Power is meaning. You empower yourself by changing the meaning of who you are. Who are you in this moment? Change that. Life is simple when we let it. It's only the mind who would make it seem complicated from the conditioned past, but it's simple when we let it. Powerful quote. Holographic canvas. Thanks for sharing, I am Shibi. All right, hey. Check out this book, y'all. I recommend. I'm not done yet. I can see myself referring to it a lot. And it definitely opened me up to different aspects of everything we talk about in this chat. All aspects of us, stepping outside of the limits of the mind. And like I say, I was definitely called to check this one out. So check this book out. Link is in the bookstore down below. The author is Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitaki Koga. Check it out, all right? I'm going to read the back. It's a great book. It's a well-known book. Unhappiness is something you choose for yourself. Life is not a competition. Admitting fault is not defeat. The real freedom is how to exist in the present, how you can be happy now, and so much more. Okay? Highly recommend. So, link down in the description. Much love to you all. Ronan, the posts have definitely flipped. There's been lots of stuff coming out, like Japan discovering thousands of new islands and other stuff. Whoa. Wow. New islands? Wow. Much love, I am Shibi. Let's shift in. I'll say this, y'all. I hope this this Here Now Livestream in somehow, some way has encouraged you to have the courage to be disliked, have the courage to be yourself, Have the courage to know that this life is yours. You live it for you. Your task is not to make others happy, whether it be a family member, whether it be a friend, whether it be a boss, a coworker, what have you. Your task is to ensure that you're at peace. You're fulfilled. Have the courage to be happy. So I hope this live stream at least opened up a little something. As I said, we will continue talking about these things. This is all a part of it. Here Now live streams. Once again, I'm grateful for your consciousness, your wisdom, your vibrations, your positivity. This chat is filled with love. And I'm grateful to be here every Sunday. Every Sunday. Going strong, y'all. Going strong. Also, on Tuesdays, I'll be on Instagram for Here Now Live Insta, and TikTok on Thursdays, Here Now Live TikTok. All right. So if any of you, and it's all 7 o'clock, same time, 7 o'clock across platforms. So if any of you are on, join me on those platforms, and we'll chat it up. Have an enlightening experience. Allowing ourselves to be free, the courage to be disliked, overcoming self-sabotage. Gratitude time, gratitude time. Tell me what you're grateful for, y'all. Tell me what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for today? Gratitude, 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 gratitude. You want to talk about overcoming self-sabotage? Better stay what you're grateful for every day. Every day. Guarantee you stop self-sabotaging yourself. Because you're shifting your perspective. You're shifting your vibration. You're giving what is already here. You're giving it your fullest awareness. Gratitude, gratitude. Plant-based incense, link in the description. Check it out, check it out, check it out. I truly enjoy being with you all. Much love, I am Shibi. Much love. So grateful that you're enjoying this space. So grateful. Jason216, I'm grateful for the stream. This is my first time interacting in chat. I'm really enjoying it. Yes. So grateful you're interacting in the chat, Jason216. Grateful to see you here. It's very nice too. It's helpful. It creates a great community, you know? I'll tell you all, I'm grateful for community. From these vibes, from this chat, as much as we say so much gratitude, community is so important right now. It's always important, but a very large aspect of feeling fulfillment and peace is one, that aspect of individuality and that independence of being able to, trust yourself, put one foot in front of the other, and, just basically what we talked about today, doing those things alone. But another aspect is harmonizing with community. Community is such a great form of upliftment. Such a great reminder to surrender and relax. There's love that surrounds you. You're loved. You're seen. You're heard. And when you feel that, you release that tension. You release tension and you express yourself freely. You express yourself openly. I recognize that in myself, when community, true community came and surrounded me. I felt heard, seen, to be my full self. And this right here, this is an aspect of it. It's an aspect of it. So I feel so much gratitude for community. I'm sending you all so much love here in the chat. And if you're watching, maybe you're not interacting, but sending you love too. Community is an incredible aspect of that. And Especially, you know how I said, hey, we're here, we're a part of this new earth, and we're here for a reason. We're seeing shifts. We're seeing shifts in the collective. We got Ronan here sharing with us how the poles have flipped, right? There's some shifts happening in this world, and we came here for a reason. We came here to be a part of a shift. And this moment right here, right now, is that. Cecilia Kakilia, grateful for good health, grateful for being alive, grateful for this very moment. Yes. Yes. You know, it's so funny whenever I do my gratitude practice, like intentional. I have intentional, then I just blurt it out whenever I feel like it. You know, it's good to do it whenever you feel like it, like just shout it out. But that's the first thing I always say, is that I'm grateful to be here now. I want to share with y'all this, all right? Earth is our home, y'all. Earth is our home. I'll repeat that. Earth is our home. We're here for a reason. Sometimes the conditioned mind wants to escape it. Say, I don't want to be here. I don't like this place. What that is, it's a state of being. It's a perception that was placed onto reality, right? I am Shivi. Gave us a powerful, powerful quote, right? Powerful quote. There is no power out there, not in anyone or in anything. You give it power. Earth is our home, right? To everything on this planet, in this space, in this realm, in this world, you give it power, you give it meaning. Whenever you find yourself not liking this planet, it's the meaning that you have given it. I recognize that Earth is home. Earth is home. Yeah, there's danger out there. Danger is real, but fear is not real. Danger is real, but fear is not real. And if you feel that sense of fear, that's your moment to sit back and address any fears that might be holding you back. And know that right here in the present is where infinite possibilities exist. Infinite choices exist. In the present is where all shifts happen. Whatever it was that you were envisioning in your mind, that's in the present moment is the only space where that will be materialized. Otherwise, you're always just going to be in your mind. Earth is our home. We're meant to be here. I am Shibi, grateful for the oneness I have with nature and the love I feel in just being. Just being. Indeed. Just Sean, what is up, moderator gang? Hello, King. I have to run this one back. No worries, no worries. I hope you enjoy it. Good to see you here in the chat, Sean. Grateful for community, grateful for this chat, grateful for the courage to be disliked, the courage to be yourself, your authentic self. So much love, so much wisdom, consciousness, awareness. One other thing that I'd like to bring up is gratitude for being who we are in this moment. A lot of times, we step into the world of awakening and it's like we want to transform. I want to be the greatest version of myself. And often we run into the block of finding a sense of love in ourselves in every moment. Whether you're on a weight loss journey or a journey of shifting your mindset, no more self-sabotage. Whether you're on a journey of building something, maybe a business, maybe a creative project, it's recognizing that this moment right here is so valuable, no matter who you are, how you look, how you think, how you feel. Loving yourself fully and wholly as you are right now. I'm grateful for that awareness to be here now. To understand that this moment has no more value than any other moment. because I know that how I choose this moment is a mirror of my relationship with any future moment that may come up as a craving, right? Desire is a craving. And what happens when we're in a mindset of desire is that we begin to crave another future moment, feeling as though it's going to fill up that lack within. You can manifest all you want. You can manifest and it never stops. It never stops, right? But you choose to love yourself right now, fully, wholly, exactly as you are. That'll be your life's journey. Life force energy flowing through you. You're not being led by desire. You're being led by life force energy. Awaken your chi, y'all. Balance your chi. Yes, y'all. That came through me. Love yourself in every moment. Every moment. We live in an ever-changing world. Ever-changing. There's no use in waiting for another moment. Let's just love this moment right here. Eddie, yes, I'm grateful for accepting myself and allowing myself to grow spiritually. Yes. Huge aspect of that, right? Morcie in the mood. In the mood, you know? I feel like I'm in a flow in this moment. I felt like I had to share that. I did. It's so important to do that. Because I definitely want to encourage everyone, right? This is how we love life. Enjoy life. You know? We might be one of those people, like, we love life so much. And then there's just someone who, you know, maybe they're not on their journey yet. And just be like, how does this person love life so much? Like, sometimes it might come off as a annoyance or frustration to others. I know that's happened to me. That's why I'm bringing that up. This happens. Because the joy comes from this moment. You can accomplish and do anything. You're being led. Your energy is from the now. It's not from the desire of a future moment. It's from the now. Infinite possibilities, infinite energy. I mean, physically we'll get tired. We need to sleep, right? Like, I need to sleep too, you know? But when you talk about waking up, you wake up and you start saying that what you're grateful for. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, right? I used to tell y'all I would wake up with morning anxiety. And I started to say, screw that. Now I'm going to wake up with infinite gratitude. No more morning anxiety. Infinite gratitude. Infinite here now. Infinitely being here now. That makes sense. It's going to make sense today. Cheers to that. If anyone has an incense and would like to join me in this beautiful moment of acknowledgement, the ceremony of gratitude, do join me. You can light a sage. You can light a Palo Santo. You can light a candle. You can light an incense. Whatever it is, join me and honor gratitude. Honor gratitude. Here we go. All right. Gratitude for the stream and interacting in this chat. Gratitude for good health, for being alive, for this very moment. Grateful for the oneness with nature and love for just being. Gratitude for accepting ourselves and allowing ourselves to grow spiritually. Waking up in infinite gratitude. Gratitude. Let's go. Much love, y'all. Much love, abundance of love. The best way to start the day, you already know, Trendsetter. You already know. Take one conscious breath in. One conscious breath out. Bring your awareness to your heart center and be there. Jason 216, starting the day off with positivity sets the tone for the rest of the day. You already know. You know what? I just got an idea for our next live. All right, next live is going to be about morning routines. I like that. Just our routines throughout the day, but specifically morning routines. It's already in. It's already in. It's in. All right. Next live. Next Sunday. See, you know, what I love, you know, I get a lot of questions like, Morcie, you go live a lot. How do you get ideas? It's like, yo, when you put one foot in front of the other, ideas flow. They flow to you. You don't need to know beforehand necessarily. You could have a list of ideas ready, but the best ideas many times arise in the moment because it honors what you are feeling most in the moment. And when you come up with an idea and you're feeling it, follow it. So that's when you start to feel a sense of flow. So we're talking morning routines next Sunday because that's perfect. Because then we're starting off the week with the best intentions, right? Like this week, I'm giving my fullest intention to the courage to be disliked and expanding on that, right? We already have that within us. It's within us. We're already expressing it. We talked about that here in this chat. We've been expressing it. How can we expand it? How can we expand ourselves to live the freest we can live? It'll flow to us. We are life. You put that out, it's coming back. You're on that frequency to receive. Put it out. Our voice is powerful. As you speak, you feel the vibrations of your voice. What? Those are some powerful vibrations right there. Yo, I make myself laugh. If you are not the funniest person you know, what are you doing? At least top 3. You gotta at least be in your top 3 funniest people you know. You have to. Jason. Yeah, we can do that too. Honestly, Jason, that could be both. It might even end up coming up. I'm going to title it Morning Routines. This is what I feel like. I'm going to title it Morning Routines, but it's probably going to end up moving into evening/nighttime routines too. But if it doesn't end up doing that, then we can do evening and nighttime after. Adrian, you forgot I was live? No worries. No worries. It's good to see you here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. You know, every Sunday. You know, just a reminder, everyone. Here Now Live every Sunday, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Instagram. And Thursdays, 7 p.m. TikTok. So if you have those other platforms and you would like to join me in a little more Here Now Live, join me. I'd love to have you there. A little chatty chat, a little singing bowl, a little tongue drum. It's a great experience. It's a great experience. You guys already know. This book has been, man, I've been loving it lately. Definitely appreciating it. So what I'm going to do is read a passage from this book. I'm going to just flow with whatever comes out. If there's something that we like, something that you notice stands out, and that you would like to, you know. Sometimes I'll read something and say, I don't need to interpret it, but I'm going to read a passage from here. Whatever flows, flows. Cecilia Kakili, I feel like after a day, it's great to be grateful regardless of what happens. Yes. Yes. See, that's the choice to choose. Hey, this moment has purpose. I'm just going to choose gratitude regardless. That's it. That's it. We don't have control. There's just things we don't have control over. But choosing gratitude anyway, that's love. That's strength. That is love. That is strength. That is awareness. Expanded awareness. Yes, yes, indeed. Dao De Jing. What are we meant to hear today? What message are we meant to hear today? Powerful message. Ugh. All right. Passage number 10 from Dao De Jing. Lead without force. It's the title of this passage. By patience, you can discipline your desires. By self-control, you can develop strong character. By practicing gentleness, you can become as a little child. By purifying the subconscious, you may become perfect. Because wise rulers love the people. They lead without using force. In measuring out rewards, wise rulers act like mother birds. While seeing into every corner, they are unobtrusive. While protecting the people, they do not control them. They are motherly and fatherly. but not domineering. They persuade with words, not weapons. This is their crowning virtue. Man, I've really, I would like to share that I do find that this, once again, it tied in beautifully with our discussion today about overcoming self-sabotage and awakening our courage to be disliked. Today we talked about something called a task. It's basically what it is we are responsible for our lives. Not taking on the task of others in order to make them happy, but choosing to take on the task of ourselves. And I appreciate within this, wise rulers love the people. They lead without using force. A wise ruler knows that what their task is as a ruler, and not to intrude on anyone else's task, what they choose to do. So they lead without force. They lead with love, essentially. They persuade with words, not weapons. They're not domineering. They protect, they do not control. We can also think of this as the way we engage with our mind. I like to affirm to myself that I am the leader of my mind. I'm the director of my mind. I'm the leader, I'm the director. The mind does not control me. The mind does not use me, I use it. A wise ruler knows when to surrender and when to take action. So each and every day when we're working with ourselves, right, ultimately, it's always coming back to the self. Because when you come back to the self, it's so much easier to engage with others, right? When I talk about compassion, of course, we should be compassionate towards others. But that's very difficult when we're not being compassionate towards ourselves, because it actually doesn't come out genuine. If you're not very compassionate towards yourself and you make it a priority to be compassionate towards others, but not prioritize towards yourself, you begin to unconsciously act in ways that you think you should act with others. You begin to give in order to receive instead of giving to give. And this is why we must fill our cups first. And kindness towards others becomes incredibly natural. Because we just mirror that. It's a mirror. Lead without force. As you move along this week, your mind has already been filled with the upliftment of having the courage to be disliked. Lead without force. Allow what arises to arise, right? Be patient with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Know when to surrender. Honor it, right? Lead without force. Thank you, Dao De Jing. Thank you, Dao De Jing. Thank you, life, for once again sharing what it is we need in this moment. Eddie, Likewise, give to yourself so you can give to others. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Give to yourself. Right? When you're on a plane, anyone has ever been on a plane, they'll always say, put your mask on before you help someone else out. Put your mask on first. If something happens, right, in a state of an emergency, put your mask on first. It's not a state of selfishness. It's actually you are being more efficient. You're being more efficient with your energy, right? Work smart. It's a smart way to work. You put your mask on first, you can help as many people out as you need. But if you don't do that, then how are you going to help them? You're the source. You are the source. Alrighty. Thank yourselves for being here today in this chat. You could be anywhere else. You can be anywhere else, but you're here. You're here in Here Now Livestreams. You made the choice to step into a space that expands your present moment awareness. You made the choice to step into a space that allows you to awaken the security within yourself, feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling supported within you. Recognizing the abundance that surrounds us all. Stepping to living in a state of gratitude. State of gratitude. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here and Here Now live streams. Thank yourselves. Thank yourselves. Thank yourselves for that. And set your intentions this week. I'll say this. You know what I want to do in this chat? In the chat this week, for this week, what is your intention? This week's intention. I like that. I'm going to start adding that to Here Now live streams before we dive into our guided meditation, because that's actually something that I do. So every week I have an intention, basically an energy that I intend to embody every week. And if every week it changes. And each week I see myself expand on that far more than my mind would have ever thought. So let me know, what is your intentions for this week? Simple as that. What are your intentions for this week? Jason, the mask in the plane scenario could also be a metaphor for love. Love yourself so you can love others. Ooh. Love yourself so you can love others. It's so difficult to receive love if we can't receive love from ourselves. To acknowledge it, to even recognize it. Love surrounds us. And often it's difficult to recognize. Why? We haven't given it to ourselves. Thank you, Jason. That was powerful. That was powerful. So I will share my intentions for this upcoming week is literally this entire live stream. It is the courage to be disliked 2.0. We're doing it again. We're stepping into it again. Another round of it. What does that look like? That's my intention. Share with me, y'all. Let me know. Let me know. And I just wanted to let you know, when you write in this chat, you inspire others. Sometimes we're unaware of where we can expand. And by sharing your idea and sharing your intention, you help others. This chat has helped me immensely. This live stream has been a catalyst for so many aspects of my awakening and transformation. So do share, do share, do share. Let me know. Just Sean, I intend to stick to the plan. Let's go. Cheers to that. Stick to the plan. It feels good too. It feels great when you see yourself stick to the plan. Eddie, my intention for this week is to have more courage in everything I do, whether or not I like it. Whether I like it or not. Yes. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. This is powerful. Y'all, these intentions are powerful. They're touching my heart right now. I feel y'all. I do. I send y'all love too. Love and momentum. Love and momentum. You get in that momentum, there's no stopping you. You feel the flow of life. It's moving you. It's moving you. It's moving you. Ronan, I intend. Oh, there we go, Eddie. Okay, whether others like it or not. There you go. Okay. Whether others like it or not. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Ronan, I intend to better myself in every way I can. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Know that your intentions are powerful. You wrote it down in a chat. Just by simply writing it down, you see it through. You do. In whatever way it's meant to come to you, you see it through. Right? My intention is to continuously live in the ever-present now. Cheers to that. Be here now. How good does it feel to know that life is now? Thank you for sharing your intentions with me. They were powerful. Indeed they were. Alrighty. Let's shift into our guided meditation. Once again, thank you all for supporting this channel in every way that you have. Your comments on anything I share, I see it and I appreciate it. If you participate in the community section where I post little questions and tweets and posts. Thank you for engaging there. Thank you for filling up this channel with energy and love and attention. It's growing and it's moving in the direction it's meant to be. So much love to y'all. Once again, Here Now Livestreams every Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. Every Tuesday on Instagram at 7 p.m. And every Thursday on TikTok at 7 p.m. My handles are the same across all platforms, Morcie Anderson. So check me out there. All right. Let's vibe into our guided meditation. Today's guided meditation, I felt called to do the loving kindness one. Sending love to ourselves and love out to others. So let's go. Let's do it. As always, as we send love, I'd like to also make it known when we talk about present moment awareness, right? It's so important that we give awareness to space. We improve our relationship with space. We improve our relationship with silence. So I encourage you in your meditation practice to, if you don't, ensure you meditate without music. Maybe just the sounds that are around you. Do both. Both are beautiful. I meditate with music and without. They're two different experiences. And this one on Here Now Livestream, I just like to emphasize the importance of developing a relationship with space, with stillness and silence. Spaciousness, stillness, and silence. So throughout this guided meditation, bring your awareness to what's not happening, okay? We're going to be sending love. We're going to be feeling. There will be a couple experiences, right? But I will say this, ultimately, bring your awareness to what's not happening. You may ask, what's not happening? So we'll first ask, what is happening? What's happening are the thoughts that are flowing through our mental field. What's happening are the emotions that are arising due to the thoughts that are flowing through our mental field. What's happening in the external world and external environment, and often our mind gets really caught up with what's happening, whether it be positive or negative. We begin to choose inner peace when we build a relationship with what's not happening. Because we relinquish attachment from what happens or what doesn't happen, right? We might have expectations and it doesn't happen. Relinquishing those attachments, ultimately, even in that very moment, you experience the inner peace just from relinquishing that attachment. So in this meditation, prioritize bringing your awareness to what is not happening, to space. I encourage you to be as still as you can be. As still as you can be. And recognize what is left. What is left? There will be moments of space. I'll leave there to be moments of space. But yeah. And thank you all for everyone who participates in these guided meditations. Thank you so much. This has been a beautiful space for me to practice facilitating guided meditations and helping y'all and facilitating, y'all to step into a space of comfort and peace with who you are and yourselves. All right. Yes. Much love to everyone in the chat. Sending y'all love, sending y'all positive vibrations. We're here for each other. All right. Wherever you are, find yourself in a comfortable position. Preferably a position that allows you to be alert and aware. So you are above thought instead of below, falling asleep. You can sit upright like myself, or you can lay down. Take this moment to notice any tension within your body, relaxing your eyebrows, your jaw, your face. Often we hold unconscious tension, just bringing awareness to that, releasing any tensions in your shoulders. Release. Be here fully. Become aware of your awareness of this release. Take this moment to follow the natural inhalation and exhalation of your breath. Curl the sides of your lips, creating a slight smile. Notice how this very slight shift in facial expression shifts your state of being. Take a moment to just notice. Throughout this meditation, hold this slight smile. As it'll be a tool to help you send love out to yourself and love out to what's around you. If ever you notice this slight smile fall away, gently invite it back. No shame, no guilt, just a moment-to-moment awareness. Take one conscious breath in. One conscious breath out. And bring your awareness to your heart center. Be there. Be there fully. Awareness is love. Whatever you give your awareness to, you give love to. Awareness is life. Whatever you give your awareness to, you give life to. Breath is life. When you give your awareness to your breath, you give awareness to life. Take this moment to direct loving kindness energy towards yourself. By stating the phrase, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace." Be there fully. Feel. Now take this moment to direct this loving kindness meditation to someone you love. Substitute I for their name. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. Take this moment to direct this loving kindness energy towards an acquaintance, or maybe even a stranger that you remember. Someone who is not in your direct circle of relationships. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. Take this moment to direct this loving kindness energy towards someone you may not have had the best relationship with. Maybe someone who may have harmed you or hurt you. By repeating the phrase, adding their name, May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. Take this moment to direct this loving kindness energy to a collective group of people of your choice. It could be a country, a city, a state, culture. It could be the world. Whatever you feel most called to direct loving kindness energy to in this moment. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be at peace. If you don't already, place your hands over your heart center. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and be there. All fear dissolves in the face of compassion, kindness, and love. Because fear is not real. When you prioritize heart-centeredness, your energy field vibrates at the frequency of love. It becomes undeniable. Every choice you make is made through this awareness. You love yourself so you can love others too. You're able to give and receive and be a part of the infinite cycle of love, of giving and receiving love. In this space, we recognize that if it's not love, it's fear. And if one acts through fear, whether it's yourself or your others, it's just fear. And in that moment, we allow presence to speak through us. We allow love to speak through us. No, we're not suppressing our truest thoughts and emotions. We're honoring them. Expressing ourselves authentically. We're surrendering and letting go. Dissolving any boundaries created from fear. Opening up to our infinite light. Love creates a field of protection, transmuting all pain, all worry, all sorrow. It opens up the door to inner peace, fulfillment, freedom. When in doubt, choose love. Choose compassion. And choose kindness. You won't regret it. Love fills you up. It fills your cup. And recognize this. If ever you may feel that you chose love and you don't feel that your cup's filled, it wasn't love. So ask love to show itself to you. Ask compassion and kindness, and it will arise whenever you need it. It's always here. Return to your heart center as often as you need. Speak to it. Unblock any blocks and allow there to be a flow, a streaming river of energy flowing through your heart center. You are love. You are life. You are awareness. You are flow. You are the present moment. You are now. Thank yourself for today's practice. Thank yourself for loving yourself today. For showing compassion towards yourself today. For showing kindness towards yourself today. By doing so, you heal the collective. When you heal yourself, you heal others too. Thank yourself. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Open your eyes. And return when you're ready. Thank you all for being here today. Thank yourselves for being here today. You could be anywhere else, but you're here. You're here in Here Now live streams. Choosing to expose yourself to what it means to be here now. Expanding your present moment awareness. Thank yourself for being a part of a community, for choosing to grow and learn and evolve together. We are a part of the new earth. The new earth is not a physical place, but a state of being. A state of being where we prioritize presence, peace, joy, and interconnectedness with all things. We are transcending all negative thoughts and behaviors that have dominated society for so long. We are meant to be here now. Take care of yourselves, y'all. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you peace. And I'm sending you continued presence. Live in a state of gratitude. Until next time, I'll see y'all next Sunday. Much love, y'all. Much love, I am Shibi. Much love, Eddie. Much love, Jason. Thank you, everyone in the chat who was here today. Thank you for those who are watching who may not have engaged in the chat. And thank you to everyone watching the recording. May you all be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Until next time.